Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਖਾਲਸਾ मेरो रूप है खास, खालसा मैं हूँ करो निवास। खालसा मेरो मुख है अंग, खालसे के हूँ बस्त सद संग। What is the definition of Khalsa? These are the writings of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj from Sarablo Granth. Khalsa mero roop hai khas, Khalsa main hu karo nivas. A couple of things we need to understand this thing. There are two roops of Khalsa, just like we all have two roops. Essentially, it's all one. What are the two roops? One is our physical body, and then the another thing is our mind, high level. We'll just go very high level. Physical body and a mind, or you can say Sukham body, the subtle body. Now, Maharaj is talking about both the physical aspect and the mind's roop. And we'll discuss more. We'll go totally in depth in that. But Maharaj here says, Khalsa mero roop hai khas. What is the speciality in that physical appearance? And what is the speciality in the appearance of the mind? And we'll discuss in details. But we have to understand that Maharaj is focusing on something which is more what we understand today. It is clear from the next line. अगली लाइन महाराज होर clear कर देंगे हैं. खालसा मैं हूँ करुण निवास. I am in the Khalsa, not the physical appearance. Because where is Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj right now? Who was Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj? Tan Shri Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj is, was, will be always a divine light of Vaheguru. From Guru Nanak Dev Ji till Guru Gobind Singh Ji, that's why we call them Satguru. Satguru is a divine light of Vaheguru. So when Maharaj says Khalsa main hu karo nivas, and we read every day in Kirtan Suela also, Sab mein jot, jot hai soe, tisde chanan, sab mein chanan hoye. That roop of Guru Gobind Singh Ji, that jot, that divine light is in all of us. But the question is, the duty of Khalsa was to, the physical Khalsa was to make sure he can see that jot inside everybody, not just in him, but inside in everybody. And Maharaj says, Khalsa mero mukh hai ang, Khalse ke ho bast sad sang. I am always with Khalsa. And we read in Gurbani also, Guru mere sang sada hai nadle. Now, if he is there with us all the time, why can't we see him? That's the question. That's something which we have to ask ourselves. And we'll try with Vaheguruji's Kirpa to understand this thing. Because whenever we talk about Khalsa, the first question which comes is about the Sikhi. Now, a lot of times we say Sikhism as a religion, but Sikhi is a path. Higher level, Sikhi is, what is Sikhi? Is it a religion? It is a path? What exactly it? Guru Nanak Dev Ji made it very clear. I Panthi Sagal Jamati Man Jita Jagji. Now, physically, because we all are physical beings here, human beings, the physical body, when you see, especially in the Western countries, when somebody see a Sikh, how can they recognize a Sikh physically? We are just talking about the physical body right now, and we'll come to the mind. Physically, a Sikh can be recognized, a male Sikh, primarily, a male can be recognized with a beard and a turban. Now, beard and turban can be very well valid in other religions also. And we'll talk about that, right? Because some Muslims, some Hindus can also have a beard and a turban, or sometimes even other faiths also. In general, this is a slide just to make understand, and we have to ask ourselves how we see a Sikh. Now, then we say there are around 700,000 Sikhs in US today. Now, do they all have beard and a turban? And if they don't have a beard or turban, are they the Sikhs? We are not here to do the judgment call, right? But we have to ask ourselves who is a Sikh, who is a Khalsa, right? There's a questions for all of us. This is the primary thing of a physical Sikh, at least physically. And we'll talk about the mind also. Because mind has to become a Sikh, mind has to become a Khalsa. First, the physical body is going to perish. Wherever the mind is going to be there, all the time, here and in another world, when we leave this physical body. A Sikh believes in, as we say, one God, the 10 Gurus and their teaching, the Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, and believes in the Khalsa initiation prescribed by 10th Guru. This is again a physical Sikh. Mind, on the other hand, is on the right hand side. A mind of a Sikh is a Sikh who is doing Simran, who is connecting with the Vaheguru all the time. When we say Simran, Simran, as we discussed in so many lectures, Simran is not just the chanting. Simran is remembering Vaheguru all the time. And we say in Punjabi, Naam Japna. Because when we hear Naam Japna, we think about chanting. It's not just the chanting, because Naam is something beyond the chanting. And we have to understand that, right? And the second most important thing is, and this is about the mind. The right hand side, what you see, is about the mind. Man di gall hai sajje passe. Khabbe passe shareer di, sajje passe man di gall hai. Man ki karda hai? How can a mind become a Sikh? Man Sikh kis tarah banega? And we write here honest label, ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਚ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਕਿਰਤ ਕਰਨੀ. Why honest? The more stress is on honest. Now, if somebody is chanting Vaheguru, Vaheguru, Vaheguru all the day, and the mind is not honest, mind is doing corruption. Corruption with the lust, greed, anger, attachment, ego. Can we call that mind a Sikh? And a mind, Sikh literally means Shishya, or in Sanskrit, or a Sevak who is serving his Guru. And that Satguru Ji, which is inside us, that Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, that Guru Nanak Dev Ji, which is inside us, all of us. Khalsa mein main karu nivas. And it shares everything. Now, when we talk about the sharing, ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਚ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਵੰਡ ਛਕਣਾ. Now, when we talk about sharing, normally the first thing which comes in our mind is, especially the Sikh's mind, is okay about the langar. And that is fine. That is very good. But what about the Shabad's langar? Because the most important thing on the left hand side, physically, Maharaj gave us Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. Are we sharing the teachings of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj with everybody? Because these teachings are not for a physical Sikh only. It is for all of us, all the human beings. That's why it comes to a point where we created this from Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. Who is a mind? Which mind is a Sikh's mind? Who believes in one Vaheguru, who believes in the creation of this world through Ik Oankar, because that's the first thing of Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Maharaj starts with Ik Oankar. Ik as in one Vaheguru, Oankar. Through the sound of Vaheguru, Ong, whole creation was created, which is also called a Naam. That Kar is a creation. Through that sound and light, the whole creation was created. Kita pasao eko kawao tiste hue lakh dariyao. Through that sound, through that big bang which created the whole universe. And Maharaj said, if you know what Ikonkar is, you will try to find that sound and light within you. Life physically starts with the breath. That's why Guru Nanak Dev Ji says Pavan Guru, that the life, Pavan Guru Pani Pita, Pavan as in the air, the breath which we breathe. That is our life force, or we also call it a Pran. Pran is a combination of the Pavan as in the air and the Naam. That is how the life force is there. Now, pavan is needed, as in the breath is needed for the physical body, and the naam is needed for the mind. So it's a combination. We need to have pavan in order to live in this physical world. And our mind needs to have naam so that mind can survive. Otherwise, mind will be depressed, mind will be rogi. Yesterday we discussed about that, how the mind becomes rogi, full of diseases. Then mind also has to recognize, and we read in Gurbani, in Ras Sahib every day, Pai Prapat Manuk Dehuriya, Gobind Milan ki e teri bariya, अवर काज तेरे किते ना काम मिल साथ संगत paj keval naam. As in, the purpose of life is to meet God. That's the purpose of life. If we don't realize the purpose of our life, then are we a Sikh? And this is the question which we have to ask ourselves again and again. बार बार पूछना क्वेश्चन, सवाल पूछना. Are we on the path to realize the purpose of our life? Because Maharaj says, you got this physical body to meet Vaheguru. And then this God which we talk about, who is this God? Who is this creator? A hai kaun? And Gurbani clears us. Maharaj says, Sargun Nirgun Nirankar Sun Samadhi Aap Apan Kiya Nanaka Ape Hi Fir Jap. Vaheguru or the God or Allah or Ram, these are the names which we have given, as in the human beings have given. Maharaj says that name which you're talking about has three forms. One is with all the forms, Sargun, everybody, all the beings. All the beings you see, they are the form of Vaheguru. Sargun as in three qualities. The ones which are in Rajogun, Tamogun, Sattogun. All the three gunas which are there is a Sargun Swarup. Then is the Nirgun Swarup of Vaheguru. Nirgun Swarup is without any form. Anything which you see, the empty space around us, we all see, that is the Nirgun Swarup of Vaheguru. But the one which we have to meet is a Nirankar, who has no car, na roop, na rekh, na rang kich, tragun te prab pin. Nirankar, that divine light. When we understand these concepts, and it's very important to understand that this concept was started by Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj in 1469. There's nothing which changed actually. It's just a formalized physical appearance which was done by Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, the 10th Guru, in 1699. There is a reference out here between 1492 and 1732, between the Columbus and George Washington, just for understanding sake. But was God there, Vaheguru there, Ikonkar there before Guru Nanak Dev Ji? Yes, he was there. Was Naam there before that? Yes, he was there. Because there was so confusion in the world, everybody, some people were having religious wars, some people were dealing with the caste system. A lot of confusion was there. But Guru Nanak Dev Ji, when he came, he said, it's easy. First, we have to understand we are not this physical body. We are the mind. And I can show you that. Guru Nanak Dev Ji said, I can show you. I can show you where that Vaheguru is. And he is within you in a form which is formless. And whenever somebody used to come to Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, they used to ask him about what can you give us? Tusi sanu ki de sakde ho? And Guru Nanak Dev Ji said, in my house there is only one thing. Nanak ke kar keval naam. That naam, that shabad, I can only give you naam, nothing else. Through that naam, through that shabad, This is where, which is inside you, and I can help you find that Naam. And the ones who followed from the Guru Nanak Dev Ji, Guru Angad Dev Ji, Guru Amar Das Ji, and so on till the 10th Guru, he formalized it that if you want to learn how to see the Naam, how to find the Naam inside you, you have to go to the Khalsa. That's why Guru Gobind Singh Ji formalized that. And how can you recognize the physical Khalsa? Now, there is Khalsa is also two, right? But it's essentially one. We'll talk about it. But Khalsa cannot teach anything because all that information is within Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. Now, what Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji is, that we call it the 11th Guru also, or we call it our existing Guru also, which is going to be forever. Aad Sach, Jugad Sach, Happy Sach, Nanak Hosi Bhi Sach. Pothi Parmeshwar Ka Than. We respect as if there is a Vaheguru right in front. And there's a reason for that. Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji teaches students, as in the Sikhs, and anybody can be a Sikh. You don't have to be a Hindu, Muslim, Christian, whatever, right? Anybody who follows Guru Granth Sahib Ji, Guru Granth Sahib Ji will teach them how to meet Vaheguru. And it is just like we said earlier, it is meant for all the humanity, regardless of religion. You don't have to become a Khalsa, as in the physical Khalsa, to connect with Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. You don't have to have a Khande Di Paul, and we'll talk about the difference also between the Amrit Chak and Khande Di Paul. What is the difference? To understand how to meet Vaheguru. And the best part is, in Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, the contribution is not just from the 10 gurus. Actually, the contributions are only from the six gurus, first 5 gurus, and Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Sache Pasha, the 9th Guru. And there is one Shabad from Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj also. But high level, there is a contributions from the Pagats also. And the Pagats were from different religions, different faith. But the idea was same, that this world is created through the Shabad, through the Naam, and the mind has to connect with the Naam and the Shabad. Man ne Sikh banna. And Guru Granth Sahib Ji lays out the path on how can we become a saint. Not the physical body, the mind. Man ne sant kis tarah banna. Because only if the mind will become a sant, then only it can become a spy. Spy as in warrior. If the mind is not sant, mind cannot become a spy. To become a spy, to become a warrior, Guru Gobind Singh Ji said that you have to have a Khande Di Paul. In the physical form, if you want to become a warrior, saint warrior, not just the saint, just a saint warrior, and you need to have these 5 kakars: the Kesh, the Kanga, the Kada, the Kachera, and Kirpan. And what he did was so amazing, and we'll talk about it. That Amrit which is inside us, which is in everybody, no matter which religion you belong to, he created that in Khande Di Paul, Khanda, double-edged sword, with a patasa, with the sugar biscuits, and a water. And with the 5 banis, Japji Sahib, Jap Sahib, Suhela, Japji Sahib, Jap Sahib, Soiye, and then your Anand Sahib, and Chaupai Sahib, sorry, Chaupai Sahib number 4, fifth is your Anand Sahib. With all these 5 banis, they read it, the 5 Singhs read these bani, and they continuously use the khanda to make that amrit in the iron butta or iron vessel. Now, when they do that in the cerebro with the iron, and when you taste that, and they put their drishti, as in their eyes, or continuously the eyes are, while reading the Bani, the eyes are continuously on that water. And that water is no longer a normal water. When the somebody will taste that water, it is not just a water left. It is the same Amrit which is there inside us, that Naam Amrit. It tastes the same. The Amrit Ras who has tasted, they know it has the same taste. But Maharaj said, if you want that physical form, you need to be a saint first. That's why we always say, if you have to become a Sant spy, saint and soldier. Now the question comes, what is the definition of Khalsa for the mind as per Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj? Guru Gobind Singh Ji ne sanu kis tarah kaha ki Khalsa kaun hai? Who is Khalsa? Maharaj says, जागत जोत जपै निसबासर एक बिना मन नैक ना आने. Jot is that divine light, that Naam, that Shabad which is within us. Maharaj says, when somebody after chanting connect with that light, when the mind goes in peace, jap jap ke jadon man shant ho janda hai, when we connect with that light, when that light is revealed within us, within the mind, and then it only sees one whenever he looks into anybody, any being, living being, birds, animals, Hindus, Muslims, Christians, Sikhs, anybody. It will only sees one. एको है पाई एको है साहिब मेरा एको है एक बिना मन नैक ना आने. Nothing else, only one, एको ही है. That is the mind, that is the Khalis mind, that is the pure mind, that is the mind which Guru Gobind Singh Ji made. Now we all have to, when we read this, we don't have to look at others and see whether that person is a Khalsa or not. We have to look into our mind, apna man dekhna. And that Khalsa mind can be of a Hindu, can be of a Muslim, can be of a Christian, can be of anybody. But we have to keep on looking at our mind. ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਝਾਤੀ ਮਾਰਨੀ. Are we the Khalsa? Can I see that divine light of Guru Gobind Singh Ji, of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, of Vaheguru, of Satguru? And Maharaj tells the way also. Tarika vi dasde hai. How to see that? Puran prem prateet sajay brat gor madi mat bhool na mane. Can they remember that Khalsa is full of love? And he does not believe in these idols, or he doesn't believe in. No, Vaheguru is in everybody. Vaheguru ji is in the idol also. But Vaheguru is not an idol. We have to understand that. Vaheguru ji is in the creation, but creation is not Vaheguru. Creator is only one. Puran prem prateet sajay brat gor madi mat bhool na mane. Madiyan te nahi vishwas karda or anything. Don't go into the translations. I'm putting the translations directly. But at the end of the day, some people worship the monuments. Some people worship the, dead and all that stuff. No. Only one. And love for everybody. That's why Guru Gobind Singh Ji said, Jin prem kiyo tin hi prabh payo. तीरथ दान दया तप संजम एक बिना न एक पछाण. Only one. That pilgrimage, that Tirath is also that Naam, that Shabad which is within us. Daan vi karna hai na. And when we read the Ardas, Maharaj kehte Naam Daan. And that's the problem which is missing currently today in most of the places, in the minds of most of the so-called Khalsa, so-called Sikhs, that Naam Daan is missing. That Daya is missing. That compassion is missing. That Sanjam is missing. Sanjam is control over our senses, is missing. Because Naam is not there. If Naam is not there, we will not have control on our senses. Man jithe janda wo karna shuru kar dene asi. Because mind has become corrupt. But Maharaj says, ek bina na ek pachhana. Ikko hi hai, only one. And that can only be found if we will have control over our senses, and if we have compassion for everybody, if we will have love for everybody, If we are doing a Tirath Dan, when we are doing the Dan, we are doing a Shabad da Dan, Shabad da Langar. Aap japo avara naam japao. And then when we practice that, then what is going to happen? Puran jot jagah kat mein, tab khalas tahe na khalas jane. Can they then that jot will be there in our hearts, in our mind. That entity, that being is called Khalsa. But now what is happening? We are just wearing the physical bana, which is good, very good, amazing. But the question is, are we a Khalsa? Is our mind a Khalsa? And that's very important as per the definition of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. Now, how can mind receive that Amrit? Can mind receive the Amrit just by Khande di Paul? Gurbani disagrees with that. Gurbani says, Jin vadiyai tere naam ki te rate man mahe. Nanak Amrit ek hai, duja Amrit nahe. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ that naam Amrit is within you. Naunid Amrit Prabh ka naam dehi mein iska bishram. It is there in everybody, that Amrit which we are looking for. Just with the physical appearance, we're not going to find that Amrit. We have to work hard for that. We have to make our mind in peace. We need to have a prem, a love for everybody. Jin vadiyai tere naam ki. The one who are praising your greatness all the time. Jisnu bakshe sift salah, Nanak Patshahi Patsha. When we are praising all the time, Wah, Guru, Wah, Guru, we are chanting, we are listening. We are chanting, we are listening. Gaviye, suniye, man rakhiye, pao. With love, pyar de naal. Chanting, listening. Chanting, listening. Listening. Suniye, dukh paap ka naas. Sarvani suniye, rasna gaiye, hirde te soye. That's how we can become the Khalsa. By removing the filth of our mind, by removing the thoughts of our mind. Because Vaiguruji is not in Tragun Maya. If our mind is in thoughts, mind has a thoughts of lust, greed, anger, attachment, ego all the time. Mind cannot be Khalsa. Mind cannot see the divine light. We have to remove that filth first. ਉਹ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਖਤਮ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਮੈਲ ਲੱਗੀ ਹੈ? That can only be done when we will kill our thoughts. The thoughts which are unwanted thoughts, which are coming automatically. Vichar mare tare tare ult joon na aave. And if you will not kill these thoughts, which are always there automatically and that you have no control, Maharaj is telling us, then you are going to keep on coming in this world again and again. Forget about becoming a Khalsa. Forget about taking an Amrit. You will not receive that Amrit Naam. And we have to self-introspect. Have we actually tasted that Har Ras, that Amrit Ras, that Naam Ras? Because Maharaj says, Nanak, Amrit ek hai, duja Amrit nahi. There is no second Amrit. If your mind has not tasted that Amrit, then you have not tasted that Amrit. And who will taste that Amrit? Nanak Amrit mane mahe paiye Gur Prasad, with his kirpa, with his grace. Gur Prasad, to bagair odi kirpa, to bagair with his grace and blessing, we cannot receive. Mind cannot receive it. Physically, we might be saying we have Khande di Paul, we have Amrit Chak, but no. If the mind has not tasted, Maharaj says, no, you have not tasted the Amrit. Nanak Amrit mane mahe paiye Gur Prasad. Who will drink it? Tini pita rang seo jinko likhya aad. It is written. It is written with everybody on our forehead. It's already written that we are going to receive it. We are going to drink that Amrit. But the problem is we are disconnected with that 10th door. We are just, our mind is just going around these 9 doors, and within 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 nostrils, one mouth. We're just tasting our senses. We're just doing what our senses are telling us. Because our senses are going outside, bahar jandi hain, outwards. The moment with Vaiguruji's Guru Prasad, with his Kirpa, our senses will start going inside. We will taste that Amrit, that Harras. And it's our destiny to taste that Amrit. Everybody, all the human beings. It's a destiny. But the question is, what are we doing to realize our destiny? It may take this birth, next birth. We don't even know how many births we are going to have, or are we going to just have this birth? But we have to realize that we have to taste that Amrit. Without that Amrit, which is inside us, will not be liberated. And the mind has to taste that Amrit, not just the physical body. Mind. Man ne chakana Amrit. And this is very important, Guru Pyareo. Hopefully, we have very less time. Hopefully, we have understood the real meaning of Amrit and what exactly Amrit is, what is it for. Any questions? If we can go quick questions, and then we will do Saskara Simrit. Hanji.
Viji, I mean, this was intense. I will have to listen to it a few times before I can understand what you were trying to say. But जो तुसी मैं of course मैं खंडे बाटे दी पॉल नहीं लेती हुई है, but in the society that I live in, it's people have made it like such a big thing ki, wow, everybody should do it, otherwise you are not going to be liberated, you're not the sick. um and and many times I contemplate whether I should do it or not, but I have my own reasons for not doing it. um but if I understood anything from this lecture today, is it fair to say that unless I have the Naam and the Simran going on within myself, and I have tasted that Amrit, this outside Amrit is just a ritual? Is it fair to say that my understanding is correct?
Unfortunately, we have made it a ritual. How is that? It was
Oh,
not a ritual. It was
okay.
not started as a ritual, but we have made it a ritual, right? In
Okay.
older days, there used to be a selection. If somebody wanted to have a Khandedi Paul, they used to select. Not that anybody can just go and get a Khandedi Paul. They made it very easy. The Panj Pyare used to ask the question, the five beloved ones, they used to ask the question about the spiritual state, because you have to become a warrior after that, sant spy. And that's why there are so many martyrs there, because they were sant spy. If today somebody will ask somebody who has a physical appearance, are you ready to die physically? How many people are going to say yes? For Vaiguru, obviously for Vaiguru, right? Most of the people are going to say no. But the question is not about the physical appearance. The question mostly is here about that, has our mind tasted that Amrit or not? Because if our thought is that now I have taken the Khandedi Paul and I am now complete, I am liberated, that's false statement. 100% false statement. And that's why we have to do more and more vichar of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, connect with Vaiguru through Naam, through the Shabad. Then only we will realize and understand. And this is going live. Anybody can, listen to it again and again. Any other question, Guru Pyaro? किसी और दा कोई सवाल? Going once, going twice, going thrice. आओ जी ਆਪਾਂ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਕਰੀਏ ਜੀ ਸਾਸ ਕੇ ਰਾਤ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਵਾਹ ਟਮੀ ਇਨ listen to your voice guru tummy out listen to your voice ਆਪਣੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਸੁਣਨਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ when we chant we have to listen to our voice otherwise that shabad is not that good shabad will not go inside us why guru 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 ਕਿਸੇ ਨੇ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ ਜੀ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਸਾਸ ਕਰਾ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਦੀ ਵਾਹ ਗੁਰੂ
Guru, Va, 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 Guru, Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru। अंतर्गत सिमरन सासंग जी
नहीं जी
माही
वाहिगुरु। वाहिगुरु, 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 Vaheguru, 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 ngiri, va, 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 ngiri, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ 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 ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ। ਅੰਤਰਗਤ ਸਿਮਰਨ, ਇੰਟਰਨਲ ਸਿਮਰਨ, ਮਾਈਂਡ ਸ਼ੁੱਡ ਚੈਂਟ, ਮਾਈਂਡ ਸ਼ੁੱਡ ਲਿਸਨ। ਮਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਪੇ, ਮਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੁਣੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਪਿਆਰਿਓ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ। ਹਮ ਅਵਗੁਣ ਪਰੇ ਏਕ ਗੁਣ ਨਾਹੀ, ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਛਾੜ ਬਿਖੈ ਬਿਖ ਖਾਈ। ਮਾਇਆ ਮੋਹ ਭਰਮ ਪੈ ਭੂਲੈ, ਸੁਤ ਦਾਰਾ ਸਿਉ ਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਲਗਾਈ। ਇਕ ਉਤਮ ਪੰਥ ਸੁਣਿਓ ਗੁਰ ਸੰਗਤ, ਤੈ ਮਿਲੰਤ ਜਮ ਤਰਾਸ ਮਿਟਾਈ। ਇਕ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਪਾਠ ਕੀਰਤ ਕੀ, ਗੁਰ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਰਾਖੋ ਸ਼ਰਨਾਈ। ਇਕ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਪਾਠ ਕੀਰਤ ਕੀ, ਗੁਰ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਰਾਖੋ ਸ਼ਰਨਾਈ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਭੁੱਲਾਂ ਚੁੱਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਖਿਮਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਪਿਆਰਿਓ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ।